thanks for tuning in. I'm Ann Powell with the WJTS News. The Hoosier State has reached a major milestone in the fight against COVID-19 as of Thursday afternoon. 1,018,521 residents have been fully vaccinated against the virus. In Dubois County, 8,079 residents are now fully vaccinated. In Daviess County, 3,883 residents are fully vaccinated. In Martin County, 1,565 residents have now been fully vaccinated. In Orange County, 3,916 residents are fully vaccinated. In Crawford County, 1,228 residents are fully vaccinated. In Perry County, 3,362 residents are fully vaccinated. In Spencer County, 2,892 residents have been fully vaccinated. In Gibson County, 5,441 residents have received both of their doses. In Pike County, 2,634 residents are now fully vaccinated. And finally, in Warwick County, 13,999 residents are now fully vaccinated. To make your vaccine appointment, you can head to ourshot.in.gov. Dubois County recorded just 3 new cases of COVID-19 on Thursday. This boosts the countywide total of COVID-19 cases to 6,009. 114 residents have lost their lives since the start of the pandemic. The county's 7-day rolling average for all positive tests is now 4.4%. To see a breakdown of the county's COVID-19 cases by age group and for more information, you can head to coronavirus.in.gov. And even though the state is ending its mask mandate, Governor Eric Holcomb says that it doesn't mean that the coronavirus is no longer a thing. The governor says people will still need to be cautious. Indiana's mask requirement and other statewide coronavirus restrictions will come to an end in about 2 weeks. Holcomb says the decision was not a mission accomplished moment, but is instead a proceed with caution moment. 3 people were arrested on drug-related charges in Perry County this week. State police visited a Cannleton apartment on Wednesday, trying to locate James Kellums. Kellums was wanted for possession of methamphetamine and paraphernalia. Angela Smith answered the door and told police that Kellums went for a walk. When looking for the man, troopers noticed another woman, identified as Amy Braumeister, trying to hide 2 glass pipes with methamphetamine residue under a couch pillow. After learning that Smith was wanted out of Kentucky for parole violations, police took her into custody. She was searched and found with several illegal items on her, including a glass vial with methamphetamine in it. Kellums soon arrived back at the apartment and was taken into custody on the active warrant. The 3 individuals were soon booked into the Perry County Detention Center without further incident. Several people are now behind bars after a drug investigation in Vincennes. Police received a tip about possible drug activity on Wednesday night and executed 2 search warrants. During this, officers found several 1-pots that are commonly used to create methamphetamine, several syringes, plastic baggies, and paraphernalia. They also found heroin, methamphetamine, and several controlled substances. As a result, Brian Lenz, Jedediah Mills, Amberly Fox, and Brandon Hall were all arrested on drug-related charges. A Patoka man is in jail for residential entry. Police responded to a call about a man entering a person's trailer in the M&M Trailer Park in Patoka without permission on Wednesday. After speaking with the caller, police took the man, identified as 33-year-old David Foos II, into custody. Foos was then booked into the Gibson County Jail on a $750 cash bond. Another successful law enforcement campaign has come to an end in Huntingburg. Police cracked down on dangerous and impaired drivers during a statewide enforcement campaign last month. During this time, officers issued 14 tickets and made 5 arrests within the city of Huntingburg. In total, officers patrolled for about 23.5 hours and made 75 arrests. These consisted of various traffic infractions, including 1 habitual traffic violator, 3 driving while suspended, 2 misdemeanor warrants, and 1 felony warrant. Dangerous driving accounted for about 12% of all crashes and 30% of all traffic-related deaths in the state back in 2019. And despite having fewer drivers on the road last year, 2020 was still one of the highest years for traffic fatalities in the past decade. In Indiana, it is illegal to drive with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or higher. Drivers under the age of 21 with a BAC of .02 or higher are subject to fines and could have their license suspended for up to 1 year. And with the warmer weather here and the NCAA tournament still in full swing, drivers are encouraged to share the road safely by slowing down, avoiding distractions, buckling up, and either driving sober or designating a sober driver. Several local police departments are ramping up enforcement this spring to protect students going to and from school. The Du Bois County Sheriff's Office, the Huntingburg and Rockport Police Departments are joining hundreds of agencies across the state for the Spring Stop Arm Violation Enforcement Program. Officers will be out patrolling around bus stops and bus routes, looking for stop arm violations and unsafe driving behavior over the next several months. These overtime patrols are paid by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration through the State SAFE program. In Indiana, it is illegal for a motorist to pass a bus that has stopped and has its red lights flashing and stop arm extended. This also applies to all roads, but with one exception. Motorists on a highway that is divided by a barrier such as a cable barrier, concrete wall, or grassy median are required to stop, but only if they are traveling in the same direction as the school bus. For more information about the program, you can head to in.gov/CJI. Job hunters, it's time to polish up those resumes. The Jasper Chamber of Commerce, Du Bois Strong, and Grow Southwest Indiana are hosting a drive-through job fair next week. And here's how you can participate. Bring a paper copy of your resume. Drive up and stay inside your vehicle. You will then receive an information packet with the open positions. Your resume will also be shared with all participating employers. The fair is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, March 31st at St. Joseph Church South Parking Lot in Jasper. If you have any questions, you can call the Jasper Chamber of Commerce at 812-482-6866. And if you need help with your resume, you can also call Work One Southwest at 812-634-1599, or you can visit workonesouthwest.com. Vincennes University received a large check this week to support a program. The Duke Energy Foundation awarded a $50,000 grant to the university on Wednesday. This will help approximately 50 students who are enrolled in Indiana's Next Level Jobs program. This gives students the chance to take part in free job training in both high-paying and in high-demand industries, such as advanced manufacturing and construction trades. The grant is designed to help students offset the expenses that are associated with the program. Preference will be given to students who are already considered Duke Energy customers. The Indiana Department of Transportation is closing a bridge spanning over US 50 in Vincennes for a project. Contractors are closing the bridge on Old State Road 67 that passes over US 50 just west of the 6th Street and US 41 interchange on Monday, April 5th. This will allow crews to safely replace the superstructure of the bridge, and to do this, crews will need to completely remove and replace the bridge deck. The bridge will be completely closed during this time. Work is expected to last until the end of October, depending on weather conditions. Local traffic will still have access up to the point of closure, but all through traffic will need to use the official detour by following State Road 67 and US 41 back to Old State Road 67 and Executive Boulevard. NDOT urges drivers to slow down and stay alert near crews. Something fishy is returning to Celestine. The Good Shepherd of the Hills Knights of Columbus Council, 13623, is holding a drive-through fish fry at the Celestine Community Club on Friday. Dinners will be served until 6 p.m. or until they are sold out. Plates are just $10 and include fried catfish, German fries, green beans, sweet and sour slaw, and bread. For more information, you can contact Grant Knight, Robert Rashi, by calling 812-678-4098. When teachers ask young students about what they want to be when they grow up, some say police officer, a teacher, or an astronaut. Sean Watt wanted to drive a train. Since kindergarten, Watt's dream has always been to be a train engineer, which is the person in the cab driving the train down the tracks. And when graduating high school, he made that dream come true and has never looked back. Watt has been able to work on different sides of the railroad, from hauling freight to giving tours.
I started out in freight service. We usually work an extra board where we were on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You never knew when you were going to work, and once you got to work, you never knew when you was going home. And then I got into commuter service in the Chicago area, and then also Nashville and Orlando area. I worked in commuter service. Set schedules, you knew the days you were going to work, you knew the hours you were going to work, you were home every day, and that was a lot better. And then I've got into the tourist side of railroad, obviously, and this is a weekend gig for me while I do other things during the week now.
Watt says some things that people don't expect to experience when working on a train are the crashes.
We have a lot of problems with people pulling around gates, coming through the flashing lights at crossings, and your car is no match for a train. I have unfortunately been involved in that more than once in my life and had to go home and deal with that. It's not a pretty sight when a train hits a car. You're not walking away from it, and that's probably the hardest and most unexpected part of the job.
Watt also says that his job has given him several unique travel opportunities.
I have seen more places in the United States than I ever thought I would with my family, simply because the railroad sent me there. I've got to do things that I would have never got to do in other words, got to go to Chicago and work up there and see all the sights. I got to go to Orlando and go to Disney World every weekend. So many things that the railroad has provided for me and my family over the years, along with a good paycheck and a good retirement.
Stay tuned. Your weekly forecast and sports with Kurt Guxel are still to come on the WJTS News.